Match number 66 of the Tata IPL 2024. And as I said, every single game in the business end of the tournament is very important. This game as well, it's at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. Sunrise Hyderabad versus the Gujarat Titans. One team doesn't have anything to lose. On the other hand, one more team has everything to play for. They can make it to the potential top two now, which is the Sunrise Hyderabad. I have Deepu with me. Deepu, how the tables turn? It's now Sunrise Hyderabad. We were all thinking Kolkata versus Rajasthan. Yesterday, the Rajasthan Royals lost to the Punjab Kings. Now it's time for Sunrise Hyderabad. If they can make it two out of two, they can potentially make it to the top two. If they lose today, then it's possibly for CSK who can make it to the top two. So it's here and there every single game now. That's the fun of IPL.
Well, yeah, I mean, truly summed up. This is IPL, with a fortnight ago, we all were thinking that the table is locked. But now, there are still a couple of spots left for fighting, and even Rajasthan Royals had to, to, had to take a favor from Delhi to actually, get that Q on their name. So this is the beauty of IPL. And yes, I mean the teams ranked below the top four also have played their part in making this tournament exciting and interesting to watch this season. Yeah, I mean it's exciting to see the scenarios coming out in the last 1 week or so. So yeah, this is just the beginning.
Just the beginning, you said the teams apart from the top four, which is RCB. Apart from RCB, do you really think Lucknow, Delhi, do they have any chances to make it to the playoff?
Well, that's the reason I'm wearing the jersey till now. Even though it's the slightest of possibilities, but this time the optimism is such that it's not going only. I'm still optimistic that Delhi can make something out of it. Even though we are done with 14 games, but
We are done
I'm
with
just
the season. We have to rely on the others.
yeah, we are just done with the season, but just praying to God that give us that slightest of opportunities. Even RCB has got favors from many other teams that have made it to the playoffs, and similar for MI as well. So I think we also deserve something like that. So just praying to God. If it doesn't happen, it's fine. We played really well. So yeah, I mean
Absolutely.
just praying to God.
100%. We played really well. It's over to the four teams, or potentially the fifth, which is RCB, to fight for the fourth spot. We'll see that. But let's focus back into this game. Let's take a look into the journey so far for both the teams. Starting with the home side, which is the Sunrisers Hyderabad, they are currently in fourth spot with 14 points in their bag. Two games to go. Gujarat and Punjab, both home games. Can you see potentially 4 points to make it to 18, and also potential, as I discussed before, second spot up for grabs?
I mean, they'll be targeting for the 4 points, but this is IPL, and anyone can beat anyone on the given day. And we know how well Punjab have done to beat Rajasthan that day, first restricting them to a low total and then chasing it well.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean it's unpredictable, and even Gujarat, even though they have played well in patches, but their batters, especially the openers, are back in form. It's the bowling unit which will define the game for Gujarat tomorrow. So yeah, I mean there are 4 points up for the taking, but it won't be easy for SRH to actually get those 4 points.
Okay, it won't be easy for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, just because is it also because the two teams they are facing have nothing to lose, so they can play freely, fearless cricket. And as Sam Curran said yesterday, we might play spoiled sport against the opponents. They did that yesterday against the Rajasthan Royals. Similarly, Shubman Gill and whoever, I think Jitesh Sharma, to lead the Punjab Kings for the final game, they might do the same.
Yeah, they, they have nothing to lose. They are knocked out of the tournament, so they'll be looking at. They might just have already started to look at next season, next cycle with the mega auctions coming up. So yeah, it's just
Correct.
that whenever you're in the last phase, even when you have qualified, a loss makes a pressure on you. But when you are knocked out of the tournament, just it eases out the things that okay, we are knocked out. Even if we lose, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I mean, they are playing. This is actually the best spirit. If they have, if there is not a spot left in the top four, and you have nothing to lose. It's easy for the teams to actually play with freedom
Absolutely
and get the new guys tested. So just what Sam Curran said, he was pretty clear about his statement that he wants to play for pride and leaves the tournament on a high. He won't be there next game. So I mean, Shuman can also take a leaf out of it and can just follow
correct.
it on the ground today.
Absolutely, he can follow the same footsteps. Similarly, for the Gujarat Titans, they just have the last game today at their away ground at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. They lost their hopes in the previous game at Kolkata. It was a rain-affected game, no result. But talk us through a little bit about Ahmedabad and the ground situations. It's the second time running we are seeing a rain game. The covers are coming off. not at the best because there are so many spots where you see so much of water. Is it they need to improve a lot in that factor?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest ground in the world, the richest board also in the world. And we saw the live visuals last year where they were using the sponge to, clear up the pitch. It's not good to see with, using these kind of things where, other boards have those big Hessian covers along with the tires, which, actually covers the pitch fully and the ground as well. So I need to look at that and with the covers and also the fact I'm not the fan of those sheets being laid onto the ground and, being held up by a tire or a brick. So the board needs to look at it. There maybe it's their decision to what actually they have to do.
Absolutely. We will see that. Gujarat Titans have nothing to lose. They can just play spoil sport and move up to 13 points. That can get them to a respectable score as well this season. We're done with the two teams. Let's take a look into the pitch report of the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. So here it is, as you said before, Deepu. This is a stadium now. As the games are progressing this season, the pitches are getting dried up. So do you expect the spinners to come into play in this important game today?
Yeah, I mean the spinners will definitely come into play, but I feel it'll come more in the second innings. With the first inning, it's always a flat track. It tends to slow down during the second innings, and this is the trend we have been seeing in Kotla lately. In the last game against Lucknow, the surfaces are pretty similar in both the cities. So, yeah, I mean, it will be a bad first wicket with loads of runs on it. Spin will come into the party, but I feel it will come in the second half of the second innings with the pitch chopping up a bit. So yeah, I mean anything can happen on these type of tracks. And Hyderabad again is also a mystery whether it will turn in the second innings or it will start to stop from the first innings itself.
Absolutely, we might see that. But the last time Hyderabad played here, they chased down without losing a single wicket. So that's a big, big statement. We will see what they do. Toss is going to be important, as you said, at the stadium. It's a very important game for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. So we will see that. Let's take a look into the key elements the teams have learned from the previous game. Starting with the home side, the Sunrisers Hyderabad, Bhuvi. Can you potentially say he's back, but is it too little, too late? And and before I start, the openers also smashed the bowlers out of the park, the LSG bowlers, to get them a 10-wicket victory. If you can sum it up, please.
Bhuvneshwar again, there were many talks around him that whether he can get a late nod into the squad with Shami not being there and the pace department not as experienced, even though Arshdeep has a World Cup under his belt. So yeah, he has been performing really well amidst all the chaos happening with the bowlers this season. But yeah, I mean he's gone under the radar and not has those type of violent performances which we used to get from Bhuvi earlier. And he was always there in the purple cap race. So yeah, it is that even if he's bowling well, it's just too little, too late for him to actually think of an India call. Unfortunately, we might just have seen the last of him. Coming on to the LSG bowlers, I mean, the bowling, after that game against Delhi and Lucknow, where they had that record of 160 odd, defending 13 times, and that just getting broken might just have broken their rhythm, and they are now conceding runs in excess of 200, 200, 220. So I mean, they just need to fix up on it. Even though their tournament is most likely done, might just they just need to play for pride.
Okay, they just need to play it for pride, the Lucknow Super Giants. But the way Sunrise Hyderabad batted the previous night against the Lucknow, it showed and it also boosted the net run rate for not for the first time though. We're done with that. Going to their opponents, which is the Gujarat Titans. It was just this. Nothing to learn, to be honest. It was just the players sitting in the dressing room enjoying the rain, and they came back from the rain. It's just rain, rain, and rain, and they shake hands and they shared just 1 point. So there's nothing to learn from Gujarat Titans' key learnings from the previous game against the Kolkata Knight Riders. Let's take a look into the top three players to watch out for. Here, three players I've selected from both the sides, starting with the Sunrise Hyderabad, as Travis said, Nitish Kumar Reddy, who impressed me so much this season, just like a Riyan Parak for the Rajasthan Royals, Henrik Klassen, and for GTH Shuman Gill, Rashid Khan coming back to his former side, and also Shahrukh Khan. If you can sum it up, please.
I mean, for GT, I feel it's Rashid Khan has been the difference. He's not been in the best form both with the bat and with the ball. That is the reason that GT are lagging behind, and also the fact that that bowling all rounder, that void of Hardik Pandya, they tried with Azmatullah Omarzai, but it didn't live up to their expectations. He was eventually dropped from the side. So Yeah, I
And
mean, it's
can I
about
add a little bit of Rahul
yeah.
Tewati as well with the bat?
Yeah, Rahul Tewati, I mean, that was a long due. He has been performing really well in the last few seasons, even for Ara. So, that one season can actually, it can be given to him. He's also a human and, cannot score every time, cannot finish every time. So it was a long due, but it was the job of the other members to, step up, with Vijay Shankar being a part of it, for this franchise for a long time. Shubman Gill surprisingly hasn't scored the runs in a World Cup year. That's very surprising to see. Sai Sudarshan has done but well in patches, and somehow, even with the strike rate lesser than that, and how strike rate is discussed in India. So I feel there are a few factors, and also the fact that Chuman himself stated that they didn't do well as a fielding unit, dropping many catches, and which has costed them. Bowling, I feel again, with Shami's absence, also made a huge void into this bowling attack because all due respect to the other their other seamers, but Shami has that different knack of picking up the wickets and bowling in the test.
Absolutely.
So I think that key injuries and obviously the Hardik Pandya leaving that has also played a very big part in this Gujarat team, and I'm surprised that they didn't appoint Kane Williamson as the
Yep.
skipper because Shubman Gill is still young and he needs that guidance, and who better than Kane Williamson can guide him, who's a seasoned campaigner, IPL captain, took the team to the
Agreed,
finals,
but
and most
I think he
importantly,
has also led Hyderabad pretty well when he was the captain. It's just that they do not
yeah.
see him as a T20 material because he's not even playing as a normal player as well. That could be the reason why they have not given him the captaincy.
I mean, if this was on the cards, I mean, there's no point, benching a guy like him. Just release him, to be honest. Because Kane Williamson, even though they think he's not a T20 material, but at least think he's a great tactician of leading the side. Because there are another 11 members who can do the job now, including with the impact player. So I feel they didn't utilize their players because also the fact that David Miller hasn't had that kind of season and he's still getting the games. So instead of David Miller, who is not able to finish, back the Indian guys to finish, and just let Kane nurtle it in the middle overs, and when it's his day, he can finish off as well. I think there's a
Absolutely. So,
tactical issue which GT didn't resolve this season.
okay, tactical moves which GT did not resolve this season, says Deepu. That's a very bold call, but might be right. That's the reason why they are in the bottom half of the table, already eliminated as well. We're done with the top three players. Let's take a look into the top three battles in this game. Here are the three battles. Deepu, I've chosen a Sandeep Warrior versus Travis Head, Rashid Khan versus Henrik Klassen, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar versus Shuman Gill. Three top battles I've selected. What is your picks? Which one out of these three you will definitely watch?
Pretty much all three. All three are lip smacking, to be honest. Sandeep Warrior, what he can do with his bounce. We saw that game in Ahmedabad against Delhi where we got Abhishek Porel and especially that delivery to Prithvi Shaw, an absolute snorter. So again, I'm excited for this one because Travis Head has his history of short balls, especially on the nose. So I'm excited for this one. Hendrik Klassen hasn't been getting the runs, and with Rashid Khan there, and also playing against his former franchise, might just boost him up just like it did for David Warner. So yeah, I'm excited for all the three. And Bhuvi again, Shubman again swinging ball is just another battle to watch out for. Let's see how he goes tomorrow.
Okay, so you can say that. We will see what happens tomorrow. We're done with the battles. Let's take a look into the predicted playing 11. Here is the predicted playing 11 starting with the Sunrise Hyderabad. They have suddenly stopped picking up Aiden Markram in number three, so they've gone back to that format of having an extra bowler, and they have Vijay Kant as their spinner in that list. Sanveer Singh was the last time he played in the number three spot, did not get batting thanks to the two openers who finished off in style. So pretty much the same 11 if it's going well.
Yeah, I mean they don't need to change anything with 14 points and net run rate also in their favor. They just need to win. I don't see any point of changing, even though there are slight concerns about Marco Janssen's form. And they have a guy Fazal Faruqi who has also been benched the whole season. So maybe a small tweak later here or there, or maybe a change. But that's rare. That's a rarity in Pat Cummins' captaincy if the team is
Absolutely.
playing. So yeah, I mean I'm
Absolutely.
not
They
seeing
already they already have a couple of Indian players, just like Natarajan and Jaydev Unatka, two left-handed bowlers. So I think that's the reason they're not looking after Fazal Fruki and also Marco Jansen. According to conditions, he has been played this season. So no changes, says Deepu for Sunrise Hyderabad. Going to their opponents, nothing to lose. I have kept more of an unchanged 11. I've got in Darshan Nalkande, who was looked promising in the first half of the season. I think it's time he can get a game time. And Karthik Tyagi as my impact player. So, sum it up. Do you think any changes for Gujarat Titans in the final game? Maybe a Vijay Shankar into the 11, maybe a Azmatul Omarzai.
I mean, this is just the last game for these guys this season, and maybe give rest to a few guys who are, because you have to also think about the mega auctions, the retention for the next year. I just feel guys like Abhinav Manohar who have been sitting out,
Correct.
can get a game and maybe maybe just drop Ridhiman Saha. He's obviously in the back end of his career and hasn't got the runs this season, so maybe just give him that break, and not a break, but at least okay, you have done your job, and it's
Correct.
now done. So at least give the younger guys something to play for, because these guys also have put their hearts in, and just benching them for all 14 games just kills their morale. So I feel there will be plenty of youngsters. At least two of them I'm expecting to play tomorrow. I feel there will be
Okay.
many new faces.
Okay, so you're expecting them to play tomorrow. Many new faces you're expecting for GT in the game today against Sunrise Hyderabad. We're done with this. We're done with the predicted 11 for both the sides. Let's take a look into the predictions time now. All right, Deepu, match number 66, Sunrise Hyderabad versus Gujarat Titans today at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium, 7 p.m. The all important toss. But what's your prediction? What's your percentage for this game?
Well, with the jersey I'm wearing right now, I want the visiting team to win due to
Mhm.
obvious reasons. But coming on to the cricketing logic, I feel the home side Sunrisers are favourites to win this one and also to book the place in the playoffs. So I feel I'll give it 51-49, even though I want Gujarat to win. So
51
heart says
49.
Gujarat. Heart says Gujarat. Mind says Hyderabad. I mean, I'm just confused. I'll go with Gujarat Titans.
Okay, at the end, he has made a decision with his heart and his mind, and he's gone with Gujarat Titans. So let us know your prediction as well, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think who is going to win this game? Big game for the Sunrise Hyderabad. Deepu has made his prediction. Let us know your predictions as well. Till then, thank you so much. Sit back and enjoy this game. SRH versus GT at the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. Don't forget to subscribe, Fifth Umpire, and press the bell icon as well. Till then, thank you so much, and bye bye.